Welcome back, HARBROs, to HARBRO Freight, quality videos, lowest prices, and today we have the new June dollar days. And they're pretty good, but don't let me prove that to you. We'll go right through them. And if you find this useful, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps a whole lot. This little community's growing, and we'll jump right in. First, Pittsburgh 2.5-inch spring clamp for $1, 44% off. This is a great pickup for $1 because you can always use clamps. You can always use a few of them too, especially if you don't have any. Haven't tried these Pittsburgh 2.5-inch spring clamps, but for $1, you can kind of throw them in as a flyer just to see how they are, especially at $1. Next, Chicago Electric heat shrink tubing assortment 9-piece for $1, 49% off. So basically 50% off. Excellent. I like to see that, especially on the dollar days. Pittsburgh's mini pick and hook set for $1, 49% off. And if you don't have a pick set and you're not too picky about your pick set, then this is the perfect pick set for you. I found myself trying to fix one of my son's toys the other day, and I needed something to be able to pick. And luckily I had my Icon pick set, but having something to pick at things with is absolutely essential. So why not take a flyer on $1? Quinn razor blades 10-pack for $1, 49% off. Razor blades, I mean, are so, whatever. You get them anywhere, but some Quinn ones, hey, for $1, 49% off. Dollar days, Storehouse 2-inch straight pegboard hooks, 5-piece. Also 49% off. And they have a few more dollars than they did in the last one. So I like to see that. But here, pegboard hooks, 5-piece for $1. Next, Pittsburgh's magnetic bulldog clip set, 3-piece for $1. 59% off. Now, these aren't the sexiest things to get, some magnetic clips, but 3 for $1 if you have need for hanging something, like some papers or some placards or some signs or some artwork. You can do worse than $1. Can do worse than Pittsburgh. Next, HFT 5-foot by 7-foot 6-inch blue all-purpose weather-resistant tarp for $2, 33% off. Pretty ridiculously priced for a tarp, whether it's at $3 or $2, but $2 makes it even more ridiculous. Next, we have the Pittsburgh battery terminal cleaner for $2, 49% off. Now these, if you don't have them, super handy to have. Whenever I've had my batteries go bad in my older cars, it has been as easy of a fix as cleaning off the corrosion on my battery. And not only fixing it, but also for upkeeping your battery, for maintenance. Keeping your terminals clean will save you from having your car die and then having to troubleshoot if you keep them clean. Keep those contacts clean. And for $2, it's buy it, leave it in your glove box, put it in your toolbox, have it handy for when you do need to do some maintenance. Pittsburgh 2.25-inch 15-pound suction cup lifter, $2, 30% off. Excellent deal. We have high density foam mini roller kit, 3-piece, 24% off. Next, we have some Hardy pigskin leather work gloves for $4, normally $6, 33% off. Get them in medium, large, or extra large. We keep going, and this is one of the classic Harbor Freight tools that you can get. You can get them anywhere, but I get it from Harbor Freight, and it's the electronic flying insect swatter for $4. There's very few things that are as satisfying as swatting or just electrocuting that annoying fly or mosquito. That sound of that pop and the click and the zzz is satisfying. Maybe that's too much. $4, 19% off. Perfect time to pick one up. Next, the Merlin 1/4-inch brass industrial coupler for $4. Your choice of female or male. This is 14% off. It was $4.69, now $4 even. And then we have the foam kneeling pad for $4. Perfect for doing work in your garage or in the yard to keep your knees being the bee's knees. Because I know my knees will die if I don't have some extra cushion for the knee pads, some extra pads for the knee pads. Next, Bauer 4.5-inch by 1/16 inch by 7/8 inch Type 01 metal cutoff wheel, 10 pack for $5. Normally $8, now $5, 37% off. Let's go Bauer. Next, the 14-ounce CRC brake lean non-chlorinated brake parts cleaner for $5, 33% off compared to 3M. And then US General Alert. US General Alert. And we just went over this because this is technically, you could get these for 20% off if you're an ITC member during the storage sale, but also the magnetic storage is the 25-pound magnetic hooks. And if you didn't see my video yesterday, I recommend, this is the time to buy a little service cart. If you don't need a big, large storage, you can still get a service cart. Anyways, that will be linked in the description and at the end. Check it out, what I recommend. But this is one of the things I recommend. But now that it's on the dollar days, I no longer recommend it. Get this during the dollar days. And I don't know, you have to be very specific with your cashier who you're dealing with at Harbor Freight, because they will not pick the best deal for you. Sometimes they won't even put a deal for you. Or sometimes they'll recommend the wrong one, because I've done it and they recommended the wrong. They told me straight to my face that they were giving me the better deal, and they did not. And when I checked the coupon later, so always check your coupons. Always tell them which one you want specifically. And for this one, the US General 25-pound magnetic hooks, 37% off. 37% off, and these hold 25 pounds compared to the other regular magnetic hooks that only hold less than 5 pounds. These hold up to 25 pounds. That means that, this is not accurate, but 8 of these could hold 200 pounds. Is that how that works? 12 of these could hold me? I don't believe it. 12 of these could hold me? I wish I was brave enough to do that video. 12 of these? That doesn't make sense. But anyways, great deal. 37% off, $5. This is the steal of the deal for the dollar days. Then we have Storehouse Blade Fuse Assortment 60 piece for $6, 39% off. That's the one thing I love about these dollar days. There's not so many. They're not big priced items, but the percentages off are ridiculous. 39% off. Next, when I say ridiculous, and then they follow this up with a not so ridiculous. Thunderbolt Magnum alkaline batteries for $7, only 12% off, I say, because 12% off is not that great. But I do love the fact checks here. Not available in Vermont. Have I asked this question? Why aren't these available in Vermont? And only not available in Vermont. I wonder what it is. Somebody can tell me. Also available in C 6-pack, D 6-pack, and 9-volt 4-pack sizes. So it's not just these AA and AAA battery packs. They have them for the C, D, and 9-volt packs. So pretty good variety on the deal. Just I wish it was a little bit higher percentage off. Then we have the Armstrong 17-inch to 42-inch swivel tilt TV wall mount for $8 from 17-inch to 42-inch TVs, which I don't know how many TVs are that small anymore. Maybe a TV that's for your garage, but 19% off, about $2 off, not too bad. Then we have the Warrior 3-inch screwdriver bit set, 36 piece, $7, 46% off. So if you don't have some bits and you want a large bit set for $7, some Warrior, this is a pretty good deal. 46% off, plus $13, now down to $7. Then we have this Pittsburgh Pro Alert. Pittsburgh Pro Alert. 3/8 drive color-coded socket set, 10 piece for $8. It's normally $11, 27% off, which is a really good deal. Can get it in SAE or metric, and they have it in this schmancy assortment of colors. $8, and it's Pittsburgh Pro lifetime warranty. Can't do much better than that. Then we have the Warrior 1/8 inch to 3/4 inch #1 titanium step drill bit set. If you didn't get your free step drill bits, here's some for $9, 35% off. Pretty good deal. #2 6 steps and #3 9 steps, all for $9, about $3 each. Then last but not least, the Pittsburgh Pro. This is Pittsburgh Pro in the dollar days. You could get some pro level tools, maybe prosumer, but pro level tools in the dollar days. That's absurd. Pittsburgh Pro 3/8 inch drive, 17-inch breaker bar for $9. 3/8 inch drive. I'm gonna say that again. 3/8 inch drive, 17-inch breaker bar for $9. Less than $10 for a breaker bar. Pittsburgh Pro by all means, and a lifetime warranty. That is tough to beat. And just a reminder, storage day is going on. I'll link the video here at the end to see what I recommend, because there's some good service carts. The little tech carts are on sale. You don't have to lug a giant toolbox around. You can have a service cart or a service tray to lug around. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. 20% off for ITC, 15% for everybody. Which one of these dollar days excited you the most? There's a few good ones. Pick sets to pick up, just throw in your shopping cart as you're shopping this weekend. Maybe as you're shopping during the parking lot sale coming up next week. If you're one of the 1,000 people who are going to be there Monday at 8 a.m. What are you going to pick up? Maybe the fly swatter. No. Oh, it's a U.S. General magnet. It says you have to. Just buy one. Try it. 25 pounds is ridiculous. Anyways, I'll get off my high horse. Happy harbor freighting. Good luck shopping out there. Hopefully you guys get some good deals. And as soon as I find some more deals, I will send them your way.